But wait, there's more. For just $9.99, you can get red dye 40. Alright, so this is how they keep us stuck in the rat race. So they tell us to get the degree, and then they tell us to get the advanced degree because the first degree wasn't enough. And then you got to get the job, but once you get the job, that also is not enough. And I think this is what the kids call golden hour. They tell you that job's not enough, so now you gotta go for the next one, go for the promotion. And that cycle of going for the next promotion continues for a very long time, always striving for more. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when you went to school, you couldn't actually afford it, so you took out a heap load of money because you're broke, like me, right? Most of us are broke. Most of us can't actually afford going to college. So we got all this debt, and then we get the job, and then we got a little money, and they're like, ooh, buy this, ooh, buy that, ooh, get that, ooh, get the car, get all the stuff. So now we're consuming, right? We're consuming, and we're not paying off that debt because it's in forbearance, it's not even due yet. They give you a grace period. So in the back of your mind, it's just like fairy money off in the distance. So you're consuming, probably using a credit card because you still kind of broke even though you got the job, but you also got the car. So what comes next? After you get the promotion, you got the debt. Then you find love. You fall in love, and you buy a house. Ooh, yes, to the house. Oh, but before you get to the house, you get married most of the time. So you're paying for this wedding, and everything is so expensive for weddings. So you're probably shelling out like at least 20 grand. I think we shelled out close to like somewhere between 25, 30. I think once we hit 25, I stopped counting stuff. Like the little stuff I was buying off of Etsy. So you got to pay for the wedding, and we paid for it ourselves. Again, I don't know, perhaps your parents may have paid for you. Wasn't my case because it just didn't happen. So you put all that money towards the wedding. Your debt is still, your student loan's still in the background accruing interest while you're off living your life. You got the honeymoon. Now you coming back to a beautiful home that you got together. Life is starting. You have a family. You have a mortgage. And to pay that mortgage, you need money. So you're still chasing. You're still chasing that higher promotion. You got to pay off the debt. You got to pay off the mortgage. And now that you're at that position that you wanted, oh, your work-life balance doesn't exist? You thought. No. And you got to factor in your commute time. You are tired at the end of the day. And you have no time, which means you're probably not prioritizing your health and fitness because something's got to give. And you're so tired. You didn't meal prep on the weekends because you're so just blasted Monday through Friday. You order pizza on Fridays. You don't meal prep on the weekends. And during the week, if you didn't cook, you're stopping somewhere for convenience food. Or if you did go to the supermarket, 90% of the stuff in our supermarket is junk. So not only do they keep us tied to our jobs, but then they know we're so tired, and then they're feeding us food with crap in it. Yes, yes. But wait, there's more. For just $9.99, you can get red dye 40 in your beverages. Guys, what? And say you finally like pay down your mortgage, you pay down the debt. For reference, my student loan debt is a nice, cute $118,000. Yes, and I just bought a house. Yes. And I just got promoted. Yes. I didn't get the new car. I'm driving an old car because I'm getting wise to the fact that I need to pay this stuff off quick. Okay? I can't be tied down forever. But then you reach your retirement age. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but when you see people in your company retiring, how do they look? Do they look like they've got a zest for life? Do they look like they're ready to take a Jetsu holiday? No, they don't. They look like this world ate them up and spit them out. And they don't look like they're ready to go hiking or to do literally whatever, but in good health. And again, I mean that no shade. We are not the problem. The system is the problem. And I think this golden hour is probably highlighting this big Kilimanjaro bump I got on my face. And if it wasn't, then now at least you know. But you are not the problem. It's not because you lack discipline. It's not because you lack, well, maybe you do lack discipline and motivation. But the system is not set up for you to succeed. Okay? That's why every year you're trying to lose the same weight. So, I'm talking to myself here too. Every year, same 15 pounds. And guess where I'm headed right now? I'm headed to the market and I'm going to go get my chocolate frosted donut because I do that every Friday. Okay? I got to get some groceries and the donut there looks so good every single time. Maybe I'll show y'all a little bit what I'll be working with. But you are not the problem. The system is the problem, and I don't know how one is supposed to escape the system. I think a good first step, at least for me, is becoming debt-free, paying down my student loan debts. Because when you're tied to your job, or when you're tied to debts and repayments, you are tied to your job. You need that income to pay off your debt. I bought into this dream. I talk about this in another video. I did everything they told me to do. It did not bring me the happiness and fulfillment that I thought it would. And I'm finally the wiser to it. You know, I make great money, but guess what? I would take a salary half what I make now if it meant greater mental health, better work-life balance, less anxiety, less stress, more energy for me, more energy for my family, and more energy to put towards my health and fitness goals. Right now, I have friends that want to run a 10-mile race in a caterpillar outfit together. And I am so down for that, but I have no clue when I'm going to train for that. I have not been running for the past few months. My asthma has gotten so bad that I've been like wheezing at rest, literally out of breath, hunched over, not doing a darn thing. And this is somebody who has run marathons in the past. I talk about one marathon I ran on my page where I didn't train, I was sick, I still ran it. I'll link that. But I gotta make the time for that. Those are the things that life is for. Running a race in a silly costume with your friends. I am not missing that. So I have to make the time for that. But it's going to be difficult. I'm also studying for an exam that I need to pass to keep my job. There are too many competing priorities, and when that happens, my health and my wellness takes a back seat, and I hate that. Because everything else crumbles. Whoo, I need some shades with me. We get our bonus in February, and I'm going to get me a nice pair of shades. It is time. My last pair, they're like crooked. I think I threw them out, actually. I wear this yellow pair all the time. Those are more like my running glasses. But I need a nice pair of, like, glasses. You know what I mean? But that was just a quick rant. I thought the lighting was nice, so I wanted to talk a little bit. I hope it doesn't look crazy going in and out of the golden hour. But I think that's all I've got. I actually do need my navigation because I don't know where I'm supposed to, like, turn off, right? And I don't want to get lost because I got to get to the market quick and then get home and then start work. Yeah, got to start work. So, stay classy, my friends. Keep your head on a swivel. Pay down your debt, get out the rat race, lose the weight, and come back for more. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Ooh, gotta slow down before I ran into this minivan. Okay. And on that note, peace. Deuces.